Hi, everybody. I'm Rachel Teedy here with your 13 Now evening update, and we have some breaking news that happened earlier today. Former President Donald Trump has been found guilty on 34 felony counts. Now, after 2 days of deliberations, the jury delivered the verdict earlier today. Prosecutors accused Trump of falsifying business records to cover up hush money payments tied to an alleged scheme with adult film star actress. 9.5 hours of deliberations. At about 4:20 this afternoon, we got word that there was a verdict. At 5:04, the jury was back in the courtroom. Just moments after the verdict, Donald Trump stepped outside the courtroom. You could see him here to talk about what had happened. He's done this almost every single day of the trial, and this is what he had to say today.
We didn't do a thing wrong. I'm a very innocent man, and it's okay. I'm fighting for our country.
Now, Trump is currently scheduled to be sentenced July 11th, but his attorneys are asking that that be pushed back a little bit later. It is likely that they will file an appeal, so this is not over yet. It remains to be seen how this plays out, and of course, we will keep you updated. Now, today was also the first day of testimony in a murder trial out of Schenectady, a teenager accused of murdering his mother and her longtime partner. Nicholas Fiedka is accused of shooting and killing Elisa Wadsworth and William Horwadell inside their Princetown home back in November of 2022. The defense attorney, Mark Sacco, told the jury in his opening argument today that his client is mentally incompetent to stand trial. He says this case is about an 18-year-old who spiraled out of control until he reached his breaking point. His stepbrother, Jesse Horwadell, who's a state trooper, testified today. He said he knew right away Nick had something to do with the murders because of the bad relationship that Nick had with his mother and because he perceived other antisocial behavior. 6 witnesses took the stand in this case today, and testimony resumes at 9:30 tomorrow morning. Now, those of you who live in North Albany or Menands, you're probably very familiar with just a horrible smell that often pops up. And a state agency now says they think they know what's causing this. So you are probably familiar if you live especially near the 787 I-90 interchange. That is a particularly bad area for this. People who live in the capital region have actually been reporting this for a very long time, and the Department of Environmental Conservation now says they think they have an answer. They investigated and they have identified the likely source of the smell. They says this all required an evaluation of the impact from the facility where it's coming from. Now, the Albany County Water Purification District was slapped with a violation because of a, quote, failure to minimize odors and nuisance conditions and properly maintain equipment. The Department of Environmental Conservation received multiple odor complaints in Albany and in Menands. They visited the plant to figure out the cause of the possible stench. It's decided it is indeed the source of the unpleasant odors, which is so fun for us. We love that. But the DE says it found out there were mechanical failures that were at the plant that are used to treat the water. Now, the notice states that each mechanical mixer within the sludge holding tanks failed, and instead of making permanent repairs, they did temporary ones. They used like a long-term or a short-term solution with diffusers instead of actually fixing the parts that were broken. So now the executive director says that there's a lot of things that they have to do. They've first responded to the notice of the violation. They're monitoring the levels of the sewage odors, and the DEC is reviewing the plant's proposal to get new machines that will also help mitigate this smell. So something we're all very familiar with. Our station is here in Menands. We smell it all the time. Thankful that it looks like we are making a little bit of progress on killing this stench. Let's talk about your first warning forecast here, because a quick early look at our 7-day forecast as I actually zoom over and fix my graphics so we are on the right one. But it looks like it's going to be a lovely couple of days here as we take a look at temperatures and rain for the next couple of days. Your hour-by-hour forecast as we head into tonight, dropping down into the 50s by 1 a.m., mid-40s by 5 a.m. And we haven't actually had an overnight temperature go that low in a little while, but it's so clear and calm tonight that a lot of that heat is able to escape into the atmosphere. So a little bit cooler here tonight, getting up to the 60s by 9 a.m. or so, and then the 70s by 1 o'clock. As we look at this hour by hour, you're going to notice that we are mostly clear here tonight, and we will stay that way heading into tomorrow morning. Partly cloudy skies as we look at lunchtime on Friday, but no issues for your commute either to or from work Friday to start your weekend. So Friday looks gorgeous. Saturday also looks fantastic. This is Saturday morning, clear skies, very few clouds, even by the time we get to lunchtime. By dinner time, we have a couple more clouds that will filter in here, but again, staying dry. Sunday starts off lovely, and you're going to see on that 7-day forecast, if you didn't already, a 20% chance of rain. Don't cancel your plans because of that. Take a look at this model here. Right now in the morning hours, just mostly cloudy skies. Stays mostly cloudy as we get to Sunday afternoon. And then by the evening hours, the clouds start to thicken up. It's not until later that we start to see that rain move in. So for tonight, 48 degrees, mostly clear and cool. For tomorrow, 75 is your high, mix of sun and clouds, and pleasantly mild. Your 7-day planner, again, looks like this, looking fantastic. Lots of sunshine. The real chance for rain next is on Thursday, 79 degrees with a 40% chance of rain for right now, which is the beginning of all the Belmont activities. So a little bit of a bummer for those who are looking to head to Belmont. But again, this is so many days in advance. This could change and adjust. So I would just make sure you keep checking back if you are making solid plans to go to Belmont or Saratoga for any of those activities. So a lot that we talked about here tonight. We have more coming up on News Channel 13 live at 11. We have spoken to our News Channel 13 political expert, our News Channel 13 legal expert about the Trump conviction today and what that means moving forward for future cases, for other politicians, for other elections. A lot of unanswered questions because this is something that's never happened in American politics before. So we're going to dig into that coming up in about half an hour or so on News Channel 13. We'll see you there.